Well, good evening, Erie County. Here we are, Wednesday, 8 o'clock sharp. When I was in the Army, they taught you if you're not 10 minutes early, you're late. So at 8 o'clock, your time is as valuable as mine, probably a little bit more, because I appreciate you guys spending your time with me. If you're here live or you come back and watch it on Restream or YouTube or Facebook Live. So we appreciate you coming in. If you're here, say hello, because like I said, with Restream, we go through it's a different process. So I can't see you when you jump in the room. You have to tell me you're here. So again, I appreciate it. It's Wednesday night. Lots going on. It's just, I try to, hey, Lisa, can you hear me okay? Because my usual sound guys, Dave and Stan, have not jumped in. It's summertime. It's getting springtime. It's summertime. Things to do. The weather's starting to cooperate, so that's okay. We can rely on other people to help out. Appreciate that. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on. You're good. All right, Stan, there you are. There's my sound check. Got you and Dave are my go-to guys for my sound check, my out sound check. So thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Lots going on, man. Lots going on everywhere. I mean, you figure on the national, on the local, it's fun to watch county council meetings that last an hour plus. I literally just bumped into Charlie Bale, chit chatting. It's nice to see. He's just such a good guy. I mean, good family guy, loves his family, loves his country. Retired a state trooper, and now what does he do? He comes into county council and tries to fight off all the evil. But we were talking about, of course, we were talking about Neptune. We're talking about Resolve. Resolve it was a project. We used some ARPA funding to help Penn State Barron put together some state of the art battery testing facilities. I know there's a lot of negative stuff with the batteries. I get that. But you know what? This is what we need to do. We need to make them better. I don't think they will be in mainstream vehicles. I don't think so. I don't think we're there. But I see some applications and other things. I know. Look at jitneys. They've had electric jitneys. They've had electric power tools. Who doesn't have a cordless drill? Why is that? Because of the lithium batteries and stuff like that. I get that. So I think, maybe 10 years down the road, it might be more feasible. Right now, I don't think it's feasible. However, the really smart people up in Penn State Barron really think that they need to pay attention and they need to be in front of this thing. So we put some ARPA funding together with them. And Friday, they're going to do some groundbreaking on these projects. This is what we need to do. Penn State Barron is probably, they're the smartest guys in Harbor Creek. I mean, I get it. We're blessed to have them here. Hey, Mom, thanks for stopping by. They're the smartest people in the neighborhood. They've got the best and the brightest coming in here to learn. They have their engineering program now, all the stuff they do. They have like 23, 24, 25 small businesses that have launched from the very smart people that graduate from Penn State, right on the property, right up there in Knowledge Park. And that's exactly what it's for. So, Brenton's vision, my vision, Charlie's, Ellen, and, the council that used to be there saw that it is important to invest. We need to invest in our community. We can't just hand out money. Hey, Corey, we can't just hand out money to nonprofits and just give it away. That's fine. We're here to help. There's a lot of things we can do. We have some problems, and I think we've done a great job of doing that. However, we need to invest that money. Government, local government needs to be partners with local businesses. Let's face it. They were handing this ARPA funding out like it was just Kool-Aid. Well, it's our tax dollars. We're going to have to pay it back. So why not be part of the vision of investing in our community? We talked about this before. We talked about, investing in our infrastructure, on East County, West County, South County. That's fine. we can invest, a ton of money in the city of Erie and watch it go up in smoke. But let's put it out in the county. We are Erie County Council. We are not the city of Erie Council. They're worried about getting involved in, with, ceasefire resolutions halfway across the world. We're worried, and we were focused on fighting the problems we have here in Erie County, and that was infrastructure. I hate to say this, but man, when we put that money together and we hand that check out to Northeast, I wanted to say, listen, when you guys flush, think of us because we helped you get your sewers up and running. And same thing without there. But this council has a different direction. Democrats controlled. They're just trying to fight the windmills like Peyote did. Let's face it, Project Neptune, they are beating a dead horse. They passed this to rescind back that contract. Can't do it. The meeting the other night, I jumped on YouTube afterward. Fast forward all the Rennie Raiders up there just still punching at this project to get rid of it. There's only one more step involved, and that is the veto that Breton sent down. You listen to Mad Dog Scatella, how proud he was to have 4 votes to get that passed. That's fine, but guess what? I don't think he's got the mojo to get it the veto, which is irrelevant anyway. So it was fun to watch. The same group of Rennie Raiders up there pounding on the podium, complaining about it. They got a small win, and I mean small win. That's because they control council. They control the 4 votes. Those 4 votes are controlling. But I haven't really talked to Jim. I just listen to what he says on the news. I don't speak for any of those council folks anymore. Even when I was when I was a chairman, I didn't speak for them. Their votes were their votes for their reasons. I don't think they have I don't think they have it. Scatella says he doesn't have the votes, so it's going to die. I would guess that they're not even going to bring it back. I don't even think they're going to put it up for a vote. I really don't. They vetoed it. It's pretty much dead in the water. They can force it, but I don't think. Hey, Brad, how's it going, buddy? Brad, why don't you call in and talk about that text you sent me? You can call in. You've never called in. You're a well-spoken guy. Keith, yeah, just face it. Democrats are stupid. Brenda, that's a T-shirt. I'm just saying. There's some smart Democrats. I was talking to Charlie. He showed me some emails from Gannon alumni that are actually supporting this. They see the benefits of it. They see it. They feel it. They know the energy. They know Gannon is a smart group of men and women that are not going to do something stupid. They're not. And they're investing a ton of money. They're like, oh my God, we spent $1.5 million of ARPA funding. Yeah, we did. But they're spending $25 million to upgrade the library. Hello, that money that they're putting into the library, it's not like they're buying bookshelves and computers they can take back. They're upgrading the infrastructure of the library that we don't have to fix. And then the rent money will help defer the cost. And of course, they're like, well, you guys should have charged them more. Well, then if we would have charged them more, it might have not made the project go forward. It could have been too expensive, but then they would have been happy. The 25 Rennie Raiders, which they say they have 6,000 signatures. That's fine. Do the math. We have 270,000 people in Erie County. Do the math. That tells you how much support they really have. Yeah, Chris, got a big long thing in there. Made relevant, skilled worker. Absolutely. And that's why we on council wanted to do that. And that was one of the big things that we talked about with the county community college is they didn't have a clear path to say, well, this is going to be job training. We're going to get skilled labor. We're going to put people to work and give them the credentials to go to work. Look what we did. We right at the tail end, one of probably the top 5 most proud things I've done at county council was that we partnered with the community college because we're not yet, you watch this one, um, not yet have they become a line item in the county budget. They're going to push for it, and now they've got the support. However, when we were there, we did not use general fund money to support it. We took the ARPA funding, which is your tax dollars, my tax dollars, and they created an LPN program to get LPNs and what was it? OR technicians trained and ready to go to work with a partnership with UPMC and St. Vincent, to where they didn't need to build a mock-up operating room. They said just bring the students over there, get them in the classrooms, get them trained, get them ready to do their hands-on. Come on over to the hospital. We'll let you use one of our ORs. That is a partnership. That is a job creator. They have invested a ton of money in the welding program. They have got a state-of-the-art welding program. So the community college, I'm going to give them a B plus, because they have really morphed from just, okay, of course, they don't really offer this class, underwater basket weaving, to real time, get your certificate, get the skill and the knowledge to go to work. So yes, Chris, you are absolutely right. That was why I pushed back. That's why originally Brenton Davis and I pushed back on that, because they didn't have a clear path of what they're going to do. Well, okay, we get it. Now we've given them a little leeway. The dean is doing a great job. He's hired some great staff members over there. They're going to bring that LPN project online in April. So we'll be able to, they've done some renovations. They took the old cafeteria, they made it part of their classrooms. So I think they're doing it right. Now we just got to get them up and running, get them self-sustained, where we are not putting this in a line budget. That's where the problem is. I vowed not to keep it. I kept it out of the budget. We kept it out of the line budget. Andre Horton, they wanted in a line budget, like diversity, equity, inclusion. They wanted in a line item. So that means that's going to trigger an automatic tax increase. It's funny how Democrats play with this. It's okay to trigger a tax increase when it's what they want. We want the community college. Okay, well, that was a promise made by the previous administration that this would not be a general line item. And, we kept their feet to the fire. Hi, Trish. Trish, welcome aboard. Keith, replying to Trish, hi, yeah, thanks. Get roads full of pot. Well, Keith, you're right. But here's the problem. Here's the only problem that I will defend. County has zero, and I do mean no, obligation to roads. That lies on the municipalities. Harbor Creek Township, we don't have county roads. We have township roads. We have state roads. So, yeah, I agree with you 100%. Unfortunately, Rose Kroon, thanks for coming in. Jody, thanks for coming in. So yeah, that's a little different. Out here in Harbor Creek, I just call one of the supervisors. Boom, we get our potholes fixed. City of Erie, that's Rainbow Joe's problem. If the pothole was, I think what they're doing is they're keeping the potholes, filling up with water, so the unicorns have some place to drink water from. I don't know. I mean, I drove down State Street in the Hummer the other day and rattled my teeth out. See, I still have my real teeth. So yeah, I get that. Keith, unfortunately, the county has zero, and I mean zero. We don't have no plow trucks. We don't have any repair trucks. No county roads. Some states, they do, because it's how their charters are written, how their laws are written, who's responsible for what. William, thanks for coming in. Rainbow Joe, I know, I get it. That's all he cares about, and I get that, and that's fine for the city of Erie, because he has to pander to his base. He has to make sure that they're warm and fuzzy, and the city of Erie has allowed the control right into the liberal Democrat hands. I mean, they control the city of Erie. The moderate Democrats, Republicans, try to make a stand. I remember, not that long ago, you would have some Republicans on city council. Not anymore. They've taken it over and it's done, so it's Rainbow Joe, City hasn't figured out how to tax the pothole water yet. Stan, that was funny. You shouldn't have said anything, because one of Rainbow Joe's disciples will probably run to him and say, hey, I know you don't want to hear this, but that Shank guy and one of his main fans figured out a new way to get a fee, the pothole water fee. We can charge them, how deep it is, how wide it is, but then that will cut into the will cut into the unicorn drinking facilities. Yeah, if there was a potholes and bike paths, you would see action. Well, you're right. And trust me, they've already put aside what, almost a $500,000 to bike paths so people can drive their bicycles. What, how many months out of the year? It's funny. I drove up Green Garden the other day. There are signs up there that the residents do not want it, but it doesn't matter. The handful of lefts that have people in their ear chipper about the bike path and how important a bike path is, they'll get it. They've already allocated the money, but they tabled it, which was shocking. I was absolutely shocked that they approved it, but then tabled it. It makes no sense. Yeah, and again, the city of Erie, I try to stay out of it. I try not to get too involved because I don't live there. I lived there for a quick minute and went, I caramba, what am I doing here? I did not like it. The school system sucks. Their taxes suck. And then that was, they tax and fee everybody to death. And they wonder why people are leaving. But then Rainbow Joe gets on the radio. Oh, come on in, all new Americans, illegals. We'll take it. Well, where are you going to put them? Think about it. The old Avalon, that was in the news. They're going to dump $30 million in that project to renovate the Avalon for the, 20th owner, to apartments. Now, I don't see anything. I haven't read anything. It's just Brian thinking, well, wait a minute. Some entity's going to come in and they're going to renovate the Avalon again for efficiency apartments. Who's going to rent them? Boom. Rainbow Joe is on NPR bragging, oh, yes, bring us your new Americans. We'll take it. We'll take them. Send them here. Just don't let Ron DeSantis hear this or Governor Abbott. They'll be flying them into Erie International Airport between the 3 flights a day they have. It might be a scheduling problem. But, again, that was just me looking at what I see is, someone's going to renovate this. Look at these hotels in New York. Look at the hotels in New York, how much money these owners are making off of this illegal alien invasion. Because they got to put them in there. Unicorns drank enough water, then God flooded the earth. And then the city of Erie charged for wastewater removal. Ridiculous. So yeah, it's nice. I see a lot of good conversation in here. I appreciate that. Kim Hunter won't be calling in tonight unless she is up at Penn State Barron for Matt's meet and greet. A nice turnout up there. We promoted it here. Matt usually calls in and we promoted his stuff. I put it on social media. Great turnout. The Young Republican organization at Penn State Barron, the student body, Republican, whatever they're fancy, they sponsored it. So guess what? That tells me that these colleges are not lost. And, I would trend to believe that, out here in East County, Penn State Barron has some conservative students. And there's been a lot of chatter about how high school students are looking a little more conservative in their politics. Now, I think they realize that when you are a socialistic, fascist, communism, fascism, all the isms, it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. You can't just take. And look, and what does Sniffy Joe do again after the Supreme Court told him he can't? This is how out of touch he really is. He doesn't give two craps about what the Supreme Court says. All he's doing is fodder, rattling his sabers to his base that we're going to go ahead and cancel your student loan. He's been shut down once. I hate to even say this. I actually found Pelosi, and I actually agreed with her. Now, please mark your calendar, Pelosi. Even Pelosi out of her face said the government can't do this. She said it. Then the Supreme Court said it. But hey, Stephanie, thanks for coming in. So what does Joe do? He is falling as fast as the numbers can make him fall in all the polls. He's falling. So they are scrambling at every scrap piece of crap they can to support that base. That's all they're doing is supporting the base. Oh, hey everybody, Sniffy Joe here. We're just going to go ahead and pay that student debt down. No, it's illegal. I know the Democrats don't give two craps about what's legal and what's illegal, but it's illegal, Joe. They said no. Well, he's clueless of what people say about, what's legal and what's not. Obviously, his crime family. They talk about Trump and his crime family. They talk about the crime family between Joe, his brother, and the smartest guy Joe's ever met. Wow. So let me do this. I thought Brad would want to call in on this, but he's not going to call in. Brad, you always got a mouthful to say. Give us a call. We'll talk about this. You send me a flyer. All right, Dave McCormick, U.S. Senator candidate, and Stacey Garrity, Tim DeFore, two great, solid people we need to keep in office. And Dave Sunday. Here, I gotta grab my phone. I can't read that far. I don't have my glasses on. The print's small. This will be at Voodoo Brewery Company, 101 Boston Store Place, Erie, PA 1, whatever the zip code is, Wednesday, April 14th. April 14th. Mark your calendars. You talk about a trifecta of great people. Stacey Garrity, U.S. Army Colonel, retired, treasurer, and Ryan Puppy Dog Bizarro thinks he's going to take her out. Doesn't have a prayer. And I see all his signs showing up in, generic, they don't have permission to put signs up places. Tim DeVore, great guy, ex-cop, attorney, he's just smart, the Auditor General, he's running for re-election. When Stacey and Tim both got elected, they were the first Republican to held those seats in over 20 years. And then, of course, we got Dave McCormick, and of course, here's all the negative crap coming out. Well, Dave's a carpetbagger. Well, he does own two homes. We're in America, and when you're able to, you can. And why does he have two homes? Let me put my phone back up. For his daughter. So yeah. So here comes the negative. Here's just your carpetbagger. And as you saw at the beginning of the show, we're gonna do this again, and we're gonna talk about these real quick. Your application for mail-in ballots, the mail-in ballots that if you were on the I want one every year cycle are out. They have showed up at your house. Don't lose them. I would highly suggest you just sit on them for a minute. Don't get too rambunctious. We got plenty of time. We got to the end of the month. Remember what happened with Fetterman? Everybody got their mail-in ballots. They whack, Fetterman, and then Fetterman comes out. I've had a stroke. I can't talk. I had people on boots on the ground on the Joe Natale show that said, "Hey, I want my ballot back, Chairman. How do I get it back?" There is no give backs. Once you fill it out, you sign it, and send it back. It cannot be taken back. So just relax. You still have plenty of time to apply for one. You can go online and apply for one. Myself, Brenda, Kim, the whole Republican Party. I have 2 packets of them in the Hummer. If you need them. Yeah. Well, Keith, please do. I appreciate that. Please vote in person, and that's fine. But now you're going to make me say it. Republicans, we vote in person. Thank you. Only problem is only 22% of you actually got up and did it. So we need to fix that. And how do we fix that? Just do a mail-in ballot. If you're sick, it's rainy, it's cold, it's sloppy, it's nasty out, just fill it out. It shows up to your house. Fill it out. Send it back. Send it back. And then you voted. Or if you want to be brave, I'm going to go down to the courthouse. I'm going to vote in person. I miss being a councilman. I miss being the chairman. The Board of Elections, Tanya Fernandez and the gang, they do a great job. All the shenanigans that happens out there with harvesting or legal harvesting or whatever you want to slap a label to it and call it what it is, happened out there. It didn't happen at that courthouse. It did not. We had the Democrats. I know we talked about it. Bizarro is bizarre. That's funny. That's definitely a t-shirt. He's been pretty quiet, actually. There were some posts about some of his, illegal crap that he's been doing, which he's going to do. I mean, when it comes down to politicians, the Democrat Party and Ryan Bazaar are the two dirtiest things next to Joe Biden that I can think of. And there's no way we need to send him to watch over our money. No, thank you. I wouldn't trust a Democrat to watch our money if my life depended on it. There are some good Democrats. There are some good moderate Democrats. They get mad at me, Brian, that's not very nice. You're always picking on the Democrats. Well, sometimes they've earned it. And, they've done things to actually deserve it. Now, I want to play this video. Well, it's not a video. I want to play this audio. Now, I do apologize for the profanity. It's not me. So if anybody is going to have to go to their safe spot and have a cookie, go do so, because there's some profanity. And I want you to show, the only reason I'm playing this, I'll probably get a warning from Facebook because of the profanity. I want you, the people, to see, I'm sorry, you can't see this, it's not a video, it's an audio, on the mental status of people in the media. So let's get this played.
As he takes the oath.
Oh, sorry about that.
He will have generals walk down the steps of the Capitol. He will take a hammer and break the glass where the Constitution is, and he will tear it up in our faces. And say, now, I'm the king of the fucking world. You will bow down, bitches. He will punish everybody that didn't vote for him. Let me tell y'all how I know this shit.
Wait for it.
I know it because I know what mental illness looks like. That mania is unstoppable. See, this motherfucker's Hitler.
Sorry. I love the narrator. I love the narrator. All she has to do is just go, So here's a lady, a woman, I assume, on a podcast or a broadcast talking about how President Trump, when he gets elected, so that's makes me laugh a little bit. Here this woman hates Trump, but she's talking about when he's elected, that he will send his generals to the Constitution, smash the Constitution, and become Hitler and punish the people who didn't vote for him. This example is exactly what I'm trying to say when I talk about the Democrats. This isn't a Republican saying this. This isn't a Republican talking about Sniffy Joe. This is a woman talking about a former president. When he gets elected, he's going to smash the Constitution, send his generals out, and be Hitler. I don't remember Donald Trump having genocide a whole population because of their religion. I don't remember any of that. But this is what this woman's predicting. This is what Donald Trump was going to do, which is absolutely insane. That she really thinks this is going to happen, and we've got I've got some more audio stuff in here, because it's just crazy time. It's crazy time, and they're getting desperate, and this is why we have to keep ourselves and our heads on a pivot. We have to be careful. Brenda and Kim were out doing voter registration, sell some T-shirts and stuff, and actually had people threaten them because they had a Trump flag. I just thank God that nothing happened to the two of them because I don't have nothing out of my lovely wife and our good friend Kim. They've got boots on the ground with this voter registration, and they are kicking ass in Erie County. The numbers are coming up really, really good because I pray, I hope that the people are waking up and seeing what this administration has done. I don't want to always pick the Democrats, but this is a video that I'll just play the audio.
Check this out. When is the last time Joe Biden ever spoke positively of the Constitution of the United States? When is the last time he could actually cite the Declaration of Independence? When's the last time a liberal ever talked about individual liberty or property rights or God-given rights? They're all there in the Declaration of Independence. They never talk about it, ever, because they don't believe in it, that's why. This is a battle between good and evil. Good and evil. We're good, they're evil. You know why we want to preserve our culture? The American culture, which combines all cultures into an American culture, because it's the greatest culture on the face of the earth.
Green light mandate, like he's insane. These times, people waking up to everything. Go.
Hi, Kim, you're live. You were right in the middle of an audio clip, but that's okay. We can go back to it.
Well, I'm so sorry. We
That's
don't get very good reception out here at Penn State.
I understand. That's why I took your call. But yeah, Kim was up at Penn State with Matt doing the meet and greet. Good turnout. Like I said, I couldn't stick around. I had to bail out. So give us a
And
status.
we missed you here. You're on. I have Mr. Greg here with me.
Oh,
What's
Greg
up, Brian?
Hayes.
How you doing?
Hey,
Yeah,
Greg,
we're
what's
just-
going
yeah.
on?
Oh, just out here at Penn State, just trying to help anything we can with Matt.
We had to go outside and get some air because somebody showed up.
You got me on this one.
Oh, okay. Well, our current soon to be replaced by you chairman showed up and half the room left.
No, are you kidding? We actually have a physical verified spotting of the Erie County Republican chairman in the city. I mean, in Erie County in Pennsylvania and in the U.S., right?
It could be a hologram.
It could be a
Could be a
hologram,
hologram.
but I don't think so. Because as soon as he showed up, our half the room literally left the building. I am not lying to you. I could take a photograph.
I would not say you're a liar, but no, yeah, like I said, I really felt bad. I gave Matt my word I would come up. I would, to do some grip and grins, talk to the people, shake some hands, and I had to roll out because I have a room full of people. And I said, hey, Kim's not going to call us. And now you call and you made me a liar. And then you brought Greg with you.
I would never ever miss boots on the ground. I am a faithful listener and supporter. And I just want to let everybody out there know that this last weekend, the Democrats only retrieved 4 brand new registrations, but team 149 brand new Republicans registered to vote. Yay!
149 brand new Republican registries. This is why Kim is like the #1 fan of the show. I think I spend more time talking to Kim on the phone than I even do my own wife because she's always like, hey, I got to get this. I need this. Can you help me with that? I need to go here. What should I do about that? Don't do that. And she does it. So, but she is a trooper, and trust me, she is what I've always used the boots on the ground, and she is an Air Force mom. So trust me, she understands boots on the ground. So Kim, thank you. We appreciate everything you've done to support this. And we had Scott in town. Great turnout. His words are so motivating, and I just wish I could go knock 50,000 doors because now I feel like I should.
I'd appreciate if you told everybody about the great app that Scott told us about. And we realize there's people who can't always do boots on the ground. But if people can send text messages, write postcards, anything they can do, we'd appreciate it. If they have any questions, they can get a hold of me or they can get a hold of Brian. Greg's here sitting with me, and we're going to be having a great rally out at his airport August 10th, and we're going to have a great rally, and he's putting on an air show for us. So we are going to need volunteers for that as well.
Yeah,
Greg, you want to talk about your drone program?
Yeah, no, I mean things are coming along pretty good. It's neat to see what's happening to this area if it continues. And the thing is, like coming out here tonight and seeing Matt and listening to some of the ideas of the younger candidates that we've had, I mean, it's refreshing as heck because they're just carrying on the same traditions as what we've always had, the same values, same everything that we're really striving to get back to. And the one thing is, it's neat when you see a 22-year-old president of the student body out here at Penn State. The guy's got quite a resume. People that really don't know some of the things that this guy has done. He is real, and I hope that everybody really pays attention to it, or at least take a look at him, take a look at what he stands for. And I really don't see how anybody could go against it.
Yeah, and I always joke about people like Matt and the young men and women up in Penn State Barron that are taking the reins and starting to really help out, because I'm telling you, Greg and I will be racing down the road on our scooters from the scooter store, knocking on doors with our canes, but we need that young generation to really pick up the slack, because our batteries only last so long.
Exactly.
Right. And we also have a great kid out here named Nate Reidner, who is running for state delegate. And we have some great news that he will be announcing a candidacy to run for Erie City Council. And that's where we need to start, folks. We need to take back the city. We need to take back the county council. We need to get a hold of this. And more importantly, we need to get President Trump back into office. We need to take back our country. We need to get rid of all these leftist ideals. And guys, just listen to Brian, please, and thank you, because he's bringing us into the future, and he's going to help us take back the Erie County GOP.
Yeah, real quick, there was a question in the chat room. What was the date again?
It's going to be August 10th with a rain date of August 11th. And
Right.
we are going to have some great speakers out there. Congressman Kelly has already a confirmation, and Senator Laughlin's already confirmed. And I'm working on Stacey Garrity. Oh, and by the way, 11 a.m. On the 24th, Brian, you have the information. You can let them know. Great. Colonel Stacey Garrity, yay, for state treasurer, will be at the Voodoo Brewery with Dave McCormick and the man that's running for state attorney general.
Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about 10 minutes ago. I know you guys weren't listening. You're up there doing all the, rubbing elbows with all the hot shots, and we're just in the trenches doing the work. But yeah, we talked about it. Brad reminded me. I asked him to call in, but he wouldn't call in, so I had to go dig it up on the internet and talk about it. So yes, we talked about it. August 10th is that date. We will get together some advertising to get that out there. But again, it's still like in its infancy, and we didn't want to put too much information out, get everybody excited, say, sorry, we can't do it. So since you said the 10th, so mark your calendars, and we will get some literature up officially. And of course, I'll be providing the music. I'll bring out. See, now I have two big flags. So if we have, I know we'll have enough Patriots. We'll do two big flags, and maybe
Awesome.
break some FAA rules about flying a drone in a controlled airspace.
We might be able to figure something out.
Yes, and we will have some great Rally for the Red t-shirts available for sale out there also at a very low price.
Yeah, and since the Erie International Airport doesn't want to do air shows, we're just going to create it, and do and Greg down there in Meadville is doing some cool stuff down there. And maybe you don't need skydivers. I haven't skydived in a long time, and I'm not
Skydivers come out of Grove City. I can make a phone call tomorrow and let's see what we can do.
That would look really, really cool to have a couple of skydivers in there. I haven't jumped in a long time. I don't know if the rigging will fit around my belly, but I'm just saying,
Maybe I'll jump out of a plane.
There you go.
Do a tandem. There we go. Hey guys, thanks for calling. We appreciate it.
Thank
Live.
you very much, Brian.
Yeah, they're
Thanks,
live
Brian.
from
Thank you,
Penn
Brian.
State
Bye-bye.
Barron. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. But yeah, they had no idea what we were doing. They just called in. No one knows who. They probably went outside to do a smoke break. But hey, we got some great information. You got the August 10th day. Mark your calendars. Other stuff will be coming out. But yeah, this is Mark Levin. Let me finish this. I backed it up just a little bit, and then I'll.
They're swarming into America. Don't you get it? It's because America is the greatest country on the face of the earth, the greatest culture on the face of the earth.
Pay attention. This is at CPAC.
And no matter what you call us, your damnable lies, mouthpieces for the Democrat Party, mouthpieces for Hamas.
Yep.
You're not going to change a damn one of us.
God, Mark was on point. Mark Levin there, ladies and gentlemen. They don't call him the great one for no reason. And this was him at CPAC. Did a phenomenal
Well, that was the fire department.
job.
But one of his points that I'm going to steal. How many Americans on U.S. soil leave this country for a better life? Think about it. How many people have come here illegally for a better life? 10 million that we know of? So these are things that he just makes so much sense that people will risk their lives, spend all their money, become slaves to these people to get here because they know it's a great country. And I don't care what you say. And if you're a Democrat or a Republican and doesn't like Trump, what is wrong with making America great again? Why do we want America to be shitty? I don't understand. I just don't get that, why that happens. Because it's Trump. It's the same crap they do with Davis with Project Neptune. If Kathy Dalkemper or one of the other Democrat cronies would have came up with this project, oh, Kathy, yay, you saved the water and the fishies. Yay. Because it's Davis and they hate Republicans. They hate us. They hate us. But you know what? That hate keeps me warm inside. I stole that from Red Dawn. It's a good famous line from there. So I've got this guy. He's really a nobody, but he contributes to TikTok. He's got some great philosophies. So here.
Chicago is a sanctuary city that's been infected by the woke mind virus. And now you can add a tuberculosis outbreak to the list of things ailing the city. The TB cases are coming out of Chicago's loaded migrant facilities. Public health officials say that a fifth of the illegal aliens arriving from Latin America carry the disease. Also, for good measure, Chicago has now reported 56 cases of the measles, also emanating out of a shelter housing illegal aliens. Back in December, city council members rejected an effort to put a non-binding referendum on the ballot that would have allowed voters to decide whether or not Chicago remained a sanctuary city. Just too proud, too virtuous to put it to a vote, the woke mind virus at its apex. Violent crime is trashing Chicago, yet windbag Mayor Brandon Johnson wants us to know the real problem is, quote, right-wing extremists bent on sowing chaos and division in our city. Got it, Jussie Smollett. The sociology of Chicago is driving the city's decline. Liberals in Chicago wish they were liberals in Los Angeles or New York. They look down on Midwest conservatives. They think they're ignorant, uneducated, racist yahoos. So they vote for people like Brandon Johnson because it makes them feel better, and then immediately run home to their secure building on River North. Right. Chicago is ground zero for the woke mind virus.
Woke mind virus. What a concept. This guy, I follow him on TikTok. If you want his name, shoot me a text and I'll get it to you. But he's just a guy. He's a guy, a pair of Ray-Bans, and does these TikTok lives, and he's just phenomenal, and he just gets it. And, I bring these audio clips here just to validate it's just not me. It's not just you people. You're not crazy. You're okay. It's okay to do what we're doing. We're not crazy. We're not, fascist like old hack radio talk show host like to call me. I'm a fascist and fucking that's it. Whatever, dude. Whatever. You've been banned off almost every Erie radio station because you're crazy, fascist, liberal, demonic, anti American rhetoric. And then you go on social media and call me a fascist and anybody else, and then wishes people that didn't take the vaccine would die. That's why he got kicked off radio. That's why he wasn't even allowed to call into talk shows, because of his crazy talk. You don't wish people to die because you disagree with them. You don't. That is a definition of you're crazy, man, and you need medicated or help. To wish another human being to die because you disagree with them, and especially over politics. And if you're a Trumper, rah, 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 he just goes off and off and off and off and off. Whatever. This guy was banned off of Scott Bremner's show. He was a radio talk show, got thrown off the air because of his crazy talk. I push the limits sometimes, but I don't wish harm on anybody. If you're a Democrat and you want to think that way, you knock yourself out. Whew. You need help. But I don't wish you to die. We're here as human beings for a quick second in the spectrum of time. So let's do something positive. Let's try. That's why I ran for council. Man, I could have just been riding my four-wheeler, driving my Harley Davidson around, enjoying being retired. But no, I chose to pick up a petition and run and make a difference. I made a difference in Erie County. I look at the wall, I see my name, I look at all the good things we did and all the great people we helped, and I go to sleep and I don't have no problems with what I did in the 4 years as a county councilman. Just because the Democrats hate us and they can bring in dirty money, cheat, lie, and steal to get their people elected, cheaters don't. I'll be nice. Here, I want you to know if you can figure who this voice is and some of her talk.
Nation without laws and is not a nation at all. So here's what I want to explain something to you. I was the very first governor that when Texas and Arizona asked for help, that sent my National Guard troops down there to help. And I want to explain to you why I sent National Guard.
So yeah, talk about a lady that really, really has her stuff going on.
Nation without borders.
Yeah, a nation without border and a nation without laws.
So here's what
doesn't exist. We were talking about this. We were talking about the wall. The walls I was talking. I told someone, I said, I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal. When the Vatican takes their wall down, I won't push for a wall at the Mexican border. The Vatican has it. China has it. Joe Biden used U.S. tax dollars to build a fence around his private home because of deplorables. It's labels. Why do we have to do that? Yeah, I don't know why her video was way down. I had it all the way up, but sorry about that, Brenda. But we all have walls, we all have fences, we all have stuff but we can't have one. South America, they have walls. They do. But yeah, I mean, it's just ironic. And then it's so funny. There's like, oh, but Joe Biden can't do anything. It's called an executive order. He is, correct me if I'm wrong. Someone check this for me. Do a fact check for me real quick. I think Biden will go down in history, the president with the most executive orders in history. And it was funny how Biden accused Trump of being a dictator because of his executive orders. Check me, please do. And let's go from there. Well, let's see. We talked about local. We've talked about national. We talked about of voting. We had a live broadcast from Penn State Barron. Matt had his meet and greet up there, right on the volley, right in the main basketball court. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I just got a text from Restream. I've received 100 messages today. Thank you. This makes my heart just feel warm and fluttery, because it's about talking and communicating. You're not crazy. I mean, I know Chris is a little crazy. I met him and fought and stood shoulder to shoulder. But you know what? He could have my 6, my 12, my 3, my 9. He's a guy that I got no problem. Corey, check. Let's check the right box.
Absolutely. How's everything going up in Erie, Brian? It was good to see you on the weekend.
Yes, it was nice. You're always looking dapper. Nice young man. Always, man, excuse me. Always has a nice shirt and tie on, and you got great hair. So yeah, it was nice to see you. I know you had a million things to do, but yeah, how's it down your neck of the woods?
Oh, it's very, very good around here. We have warm weather finally, which is a plus.
I agree.
But I was hitting doors yesterday. I was sending out emails today. Probably going to send out more emails tomorrow. Friday, got an evening available. Might go out for doors. Saturday, Crawford County has a GOP fundraiser that I might attend,
Nice.
depending on if I'm available or not. But it's every single day I'm doing something because I'm just I really, really would like to be the delegate for the 16th congressional district. It'd be
I'm not a
great
betting
honor.
I'm not a betting man. I'm putting my money on you because you are the number one guy, motivated. I mean motivated, and you even have 4x8 signs. Who puts up 4x8 signs to run for a delegate spot that pays absolutely nothing?
Yeah, you actually lose money in the process in running for delegate for campaigning and then paying all the dues and then travel expenses to get the convention and then money for food, hotels, all that. So I'm actually losing money in the process, but it's all to get Trump back, which is what matters.
Totally agree with you. You know, Perry Morey is like, we need a new mayor. Well, I can't help you. Until the Republican Party, pulls their head out of their backside locally, on the state level, local level, we're stuck. We're stuck in the mud. And trust me, I have a Hummer, and I'm going to do everything I can to get the local GOP out of this quagmire of mud.
Brian, I think you're going to be a fantastic chairman once you get in there and once you get installed as a chairman. It's going to be incredible. You are the heart and soul of the Republican Party. Everybody knows you. Erie County, they know you from the county council. They know who you are, and keep on giving them a fight because they're scared of you, and you know that.
Oh,
they know that.
I know that. That's why they spent over $200,000 to put my head on a stick on a job that pays $10,000. It's all about the perception of power that they think we have, and we really don't. I mean, I can order new, I can make a little adjustments here and there, but the problem is when you're the chairman, a Republican chairman of Erie County, the first one in over 20 years, they're like, shit. Houston, we've got a problem. And boy, I tell you what, they mustered the money together. They're dirty, disgusting DC PAC money. I hope Pretzel chokes on it.
Oh yeah, and once you can, run for county council again because they need to pay for what they did. They need to have, we were going to pay them back and winning. We are going to win so much that we are going to get tired of winning, and they're going to get way tired of losing. Those Democratic establishment lobbyists, out-of-state donors. They what they did was unforgivable.
Oh yeah, I got a comment.
It was all these lies they spread about you. The
January 6th crap, Photoshop. They photoshopped me. Listen, I could have done a better Photoshop with my phone than they put out on a $200,000 campaign. I mean, it was just disgusting. It was cheap. And then little tiny letters in Erie, PA. Yes, we put together an insurrection. We stormed the county. We took out the sheriffs. We took over the county, and we stole as many paper clips as we could at the county courthouse. Liars.
Yeah, it's a disgrace what they did to you, and You know, if they would play the fair game, you'd still be the county council chairman right now. But
Oh,
of course, they're
absolutely.
Democrats, so they have to cheat.
But
And you know
that's
why they're doing this to you? It's because you're like the Donald Trump of Erie County.
This is what I'm going
That's
to tell you, people. We're going to win, and we're going to win big. My sorry invitation of the dawn.
Yeah, that's why, you know, the Democratic establishment politicians don't like Trump, is because Trump wants everyone to succeed. And you want Erie County to succeed, and the people within your district. You want all of Erie County to succeed, but these Democrats don't. Every single time a Democrat is in office, they fail and the people suffer. I don't understand why people would gladly cast their vote for anyone that has a D beside their name, because every single time it's a failure.
And
And every time a Republican, you know, you cast a ballot for them, and Republicans are in control, you start winning, and then inflation doesn't go up and everyone's happy. It's more affordable to live under Republicans, and that is a fact.
And they're full of hate. This is a god honest truth. I don't think I've ever shared it with anybody in the room or anybody. But this I think is a great time for this story. I had a red hat. Okay, red hat. and it looked like a Trump hat that said, "Let's make America great again." Excuse me. You know what the hat said? "Let's make Erie great again." I had people stop me and get pissed off that I had that Trump hat on. I said, y'all need to go back to whatever school you came from and learn how to read. It says, "Let's make Erie great again." But they were just so full of hate. All they saw was that red hat.
Oh yeah, and speaking of which, I was at that right in Erie City where there's like some beer store right on State Street. So I was there with Brenda, your wife,
Yep.
Kim Hunter, and
Luckies.
Nathan Rivner this past weekend, and Matt Strapczewski was there also. But we were out there registering voters, handing out candidate flyer information. There's some people that are like literally insane. Like some are like crackheads, some are convicted felons.
Oh
And this
yeah.
is the first. I remember, Brian, you told us all about this, how Erie City is a mess. Well, I got to experience it firsthand. There's illegals going person to person begging for cash that have been flown in here from Honduras, from Nicaragua, from Haiti, Mexico. They're all wandering around Erie City. And now the people that are getting mixed into fentanyl, drugs, they're literally they were urinating outside of this place where we were at. Like,
Yeah,
it's really
Luckies.
bad there.
Yep.
And the Erie County Council, that's Scatella's on, that Drexel's on, and the Erie City Council. Do you think they care about that?
Nope.
Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest.
Nope.
I
Because
bet Erie City has a high crime rate also. That's probably it probably has a very, very high crime rate. It's not safe. It's not safe to be walking on. I had my Trump hat on, and these people are like cussing and swearing at me because they had a Trump hat on. These people, they hate Trump. So these people are crazy. I swear, some of these crackheads that live there.
And I love the fact, and I've always said this. I said this when I was on the Talk Erie 105.9. I love the free parking that me, Trump, you get to sit in these people's heads, and we park for free because they're just so full of hate. They just need something to hate. It's just like with what we were talking earlier about Neptune. They just need a reason to hate. They need a reason to stand up there for months saying the same thing over and over, and they say nothing new until I put the kibosh to it and pulled out an old rule and started throwing them out. You know, and trust me, that was my final: follow the rules, play nice, or I'll throw you out. And you know, Mary Rennie, the leader of the Rennie Raiders, as a former council person that absolutely quit, didn't just walk away at the end of the election. So she quit midstream. I hate quitters. Quitters just suck, because you know what? You took that job. You conned the people to vote for you, and then because your knickers got into a knot because you were chairman, you quit, and then you stand there and just throw out the whole integrity of county council and the rules and how we do protocol. And she's screaming across the whole chambers. And I warned her. I said, "You're out of here, deputy, out of the building." You don't think I don't follow the rules? Knock yourself out. Home rule charter. It's all right there, boys and girls. And they were smoking mad. So guess what? On my last day on council, I got to throw them out because they chose to be we're here to fight for our library, my library too. And you know what? I watched an interview with some Gannon University alumni. I'm not going to use their names. Very important people, very influential. Some were Democrats and some were Republicans. They support it because they know what it's going to do. It's going to help save our lake. They're going to bring people down to that bayfront because right now, what do you go to the bayfront for? You go down for a beer and a band. That's all you can do. But let's put some education back into the city of Erie. Oh God, we can't have that. We got to have bike paths. Go ahead. I'm done ranting.
Oh yeah, like you said, I can't believe that she straight up quit.
Quit.
Quitters never win. Winners never quit.
I totally agree. Yeah, Perry Moore is up here. They're texting in the room. They're like, Brian, you need to run for mayor. And my lovely wife types in, sorry, we don't live in the city of Erie. I've had people, and this is the gospel, strike me dead if I'm lying. I've had people, and I won't mention their names, said, Brian, we'll give you an apartment in the city of Erie. We want you to run for mayor. Because, but I was like, guys, I can't. I don't. Well, they said, we'll give you an apartment. You can use. I said, listen, guys, they know I live in Harbor Creek. My name is not Kathy Dalcamper and have a condo in the city of Erie just for residency purpose, but lives in Ripley, New York. And her own ban of COVID, she just blew out of the water. Her husband drove all the way to Philly to grab their kids and drive them all back and then put pictures on the internet. But they locked us down, threatened us being arrested. Josh Shapiro, the attorney general, arrested nuns for doing that. We, the people, need to stand up and not take this tyranny. They talk about how Trump is a dictator. Who is a dictator? Wolf.
Josh Shapiro.
And Shapiro.
Josh Shapiro. He's a terrible, terrible human being.
And now he's just spend. Woo, buddy, spend. And boy, I tell you what, I'll give him this. He is backing. He really backed off the whole defund the police. He came to Erie, came to the Northeast Police Training Academy, and was talking about putting more money into the system. And you know what? There wasn't one Democrat elected official there. Not one. It was all Republicans. All Republicans.
Wow. It just shows you who wants everyone to succeed and who wants everyone to fail and be miserable.
No, I totally get it, and that's what I'm saying. Here we are. We got the 3 state reps up here running for re-election. Every one of them should be fired. They locked us down. They told us we needed our papers, like the German Gestapo. You needed your shot card to go out to dinner or go here or there. But then they walked around having a beer like nothing happened. You people crushed this economy. You crushed the soul of the American people in Pennsylvania because of your illegal lockdowns. And now what did the CDC just released about this? Well, COVID just kind of like the flu now. You crushed our economies. You literally had people shooting themselves over toilet paper.
Oh yeah.
Over the flu.
For these state rep races in Erie County, I believe 3 are contested right now for the general election. So we need Matt Strzebuski to win in the 2nd district. We need Micah Goring to win in the 3rd district.
Hands down.
And we need Jake Bana to win re-election in the 4th.
Yeah. Jake's got this locked up. He's a boots on the ground. He's a Navy guy. They don't do boots on the ground. But I mean, he is a warrior. He is a fighter. He went over into the sandbox, laid his life on the line for us. Now, here he is being a state rep, putting his life on the line for us. They hate him. The Democrats do, but they love him in his district. And that's all that matters. The only one that really I don't think is contested is Harkins. He's going to get a win. He's going to get a win that really pisses me off, that he's just going to just get elected again. Mr. I take every perk possible, max them out. And, I earned that money. I don't know. Did you? I don't see how you drove 300 miles on Christmas Day. It's all bullshit. He gets caught and everybody's like, oh, it's okay. He's a good guy. No, he's not a good guy. They kept us locked down. They violated our civil rights, our freedoms granted to by God and the Constitution. And now they walk around amongst us like, oh, it was no big deal. We were just doing our job. No, you had the power to stop it and you chose to do nothing. And Bizarro, he wouldn't sign on to Brenton Davis, Dan Laughlin, and two other Democrats to do an audit against ECRA. Ron Bizarro wouldn't do it. I give Mirsky credit. I give Harkins credit. They signed on because you know what? Transparency is what the Democrats scream, but they don't do it. So you actually had two of them say, well, we agree with this. I was shocked. But here's Bizarro in Bizarro world not playing that we should be transparent with money because I think he's a liar, cheater, and stealer. The shit he said about the people, the elected people of Erie County, if you're a Republican, he has called us every name. He was on social media. Shank can't even walk and chew bubble gum. I said, listen here, you little putz. I was jumping out of airplanes when you were still running around in the sandbox chasing whoever you chase in a sandbox.
Oh yeah, and you best believe that Ryan Bizarro is going to get completely toasted in that treasure race against Garrity.
Pounded.
Completely toasted. It'll be a landslide for Garrity.
Yeah, I mean Stacy, Colonel Garrity, she is a go-getter. I've met her several times. I know she's a busy woman. Super busy doing what she's done. She's in campaign mode. I'll get a nice text from her and saying how's it going in here. I said, ma'am, we're just waiting for you. Now I read it about coming to Erie. She's coming to Erie. So
awesome.
Get out and support these people. We every race is so important. But yeah, man. Enough about me. Tell us who you are and what you're doing.
Absolutely. So I'm Korchek. I'm running to be the delegate to the 16th Congressional District. If elected, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump to be the Republican nominee. I'm running with a slate of candidates. If you want to hear more about my team or reach out to me or even would like to donate to the political action committee that's supporting our team, feel free to send me a DM. Make sure to tell everyone to vote for me for delegate and vote for Donald Trump because we got to have true conservative Republicans in there at the end of the day. And, if America wins, everyone wins. So, and Trump's going to make everyone win. So vote for me. 13 days away, April 23rd. I'm on the ballot from Butler County to Erie County.
Oh, Ross, sir, man, I appreciate you. I really do. I follow you on social media. I share everything. You guys are kicking ass and taking names down there. And I have no doubt. I'm gonna put a whopping $5 on you. And that's my wife. That's good because I don't bet.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. But hey, guys, thank you for your time once again, Brian. You have done so much for Republican candidates in the past, and it's a true honor to be on your show.
It's a team effort. It truly is a team. Just make sure you check the right box. You can use that.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Hey, you guys have a great rest of your night, and let's make America great again.
Yeah. And now we're talking the local politics. Let's do this. Stan Williams is in the room. He's a great supporter of this. He's thrown a few bucks at it, helped buy some equipment. But Stan's kind of that humble little guy behind the scene. But what I want to talk about is Stan Williams. He lives in Green Township. He is running for Republican committee person. Okay, if you're in the Green Township area, on your ballot, you will see his name. Do not hesitate to circle that bubble. He is a go-getter. He is a hard worker. Got a badass Harley Davidson, and I'm jealous of his garage. But Stan, David, sir, you are live.
Hey, Brian, a little late today.
I thought you went to bed at 9 o'clock.
No, I went to an FOP meeting this afternoon.
Oh, I imagine that was rather interesting.
Yeah, just let's put it this way: the faces of the game's the same, but the faces have changed.
Right, and now you're the old guy in the corner.
Yeah, me and a couple of the other old retirees were just sitting there, and Yeah, they bought pizza though. That was one guy says, "Man, oh man, when I went to back in the day, they never had pizza at the FOP meetings."
Right. Well, maybe they got a few
Yeah,
more bucks. These newer, go-getters or don't mind spending a few bucks for pizza. Who doesn't like
yeah, they
pizza?
had the pizza
Stimulate
came
the
back. Man, nice.
yeah. As long as they bought it from a local pizza shop and not some chain, support the little guy. I'm
Yeah,
okay with that.
they bought it at that place over there on Glenwood Park Avenue. What's it
Alfie's.
called? Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
Oh, when I lived in Erie for like a quick minute, loved Alfie's.
Yeah, Alfie. That's where they got it from.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see our illustrious mayor. He didn't. There was no groundbreakings or ribbon cuttings or meetings or functions to attend, but he did go to an activity. I see.
What was that?
On Monday, he was downtown with Mr. Shapiro.
Wow. Well, of course, President Trump will show up to Erie. He won't come within 5 miles of it, but the Shapiro, the lockdown artist, he comes over and
Yep.
smooches.
Yep. Absolutely. He's like I said, that's all he's good for. And I hit a doggone manhole today. Holy moly! I thought my front end was going to come off.
Ouch. Yeah.
They're all about 3, 4, 5 inches below grade.
Right. Yeah. I know.
The potholes haven't been that bad this year, but the manholes, they're worse. And that's 365.
Yeah. Wow.
The manholes, the potholes, you might get them for about a month or two. They throw a little coal patch in them, and then it's done. But manholes 365, and they have no intention on fixing them.
No, because it's expensive. I mean, it really. They'd have to actually do a little bit of work. I'm not picking on the city workers or the contractors, but the whole State Street is like a war zone out of Iraq. I mean, it's just
terrible.
Disgusting.
That's the main street.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know they've done a lot of construction. I know they've torn it up and they put it back together. The streets catch on fire. The electrical systems go bad. Now, they tear out all the trees that are going to, only live 10 years because they got to cut them down because it messes up the concrete. So then they come back and they plant new ones. Stop it. You're just prolonging what you're doing. Just leave them out. Throw some, I don't know, put a mobile potty there for the homeless people and then let them have a place to go tinkle.
Or, hey, they come right over here where I live. I got the videos.
Your videos kill me. I won't mention your location, but Dave's got some security cameras. He lives in the city of Erie. It is like the most coolest place to go pee between the two houses. I watch your videos and I just spit my coffee out laughing so hard because I'm like,
it's well, summer's coming, so it's going to pick up. It was sort of quiet there for the wintertime. It sort of quiets down somewhat.
Right. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I know dogs, they walk around, they sniff around, they find, they smell another dog, they pee there to cover it. Why is your neighbor's sidewalk so popular? I really don't know.
They're marking their territory like the dogs.
Oh, yeah. And you got some good video camera and you do some cool editing and of course you put some cool music to it.
Well, you got to put the music to it,
Yeah, and some of the graphics are just blow my mind. And we had I had my poor sign out there, Shank for Sheriff signs out there, and how many times did they got pummeled, and Shank for County Council, they got pummeled. So yeah, I mean, it was just like, wow, I guess they got to just kick somebody who was down. But yeah, other than that, I saw that picture of Shapiro. He's short. I couldn't believe how short he is.
Yeah, he was sitting there with Joel too in front of the station there. I guess,
they interviewed him, but I mean, he's the governor. And
the astronaut. He had the astronaut with him.
Right, as I cough up a fur ball when I say, governor, because he likes to spend our money, boy. I tell you what, typical tax and spend Democrat.
Yeah.
But Mr. Lockdown himself. But I'll never forgive him for that. I wouldn't vote for him. No way, no how. Not just because he's a Democrat. It's because he had his hands in the crushing of the spirit and the economy of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. He was the muscle that did it. When you go around and arresting nuns for going to church during a legal lockdown, you're a special kind of person. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Why did our forefathers, write the Constitution? For freedoms And then, here comes a hot shot, attorney general that just does the bidding of the governor, because I know he serves at the privilege. But you know what? If he was the Democrat and stood up, you would have my respect, and I would have considered voting for you because you stood up to the regime of Wolfie Poo.
Yeah.
So
Well, did Gino call in this tonight?
no sightings of Mr. Mustache. Nothing.
Wow.
Kim was up at a meet and greet. She called in live from Penn State Barron. We had Corey Check call in, yourself.
How about Aaron?
I don't think Aaron's going to call in. I mean, he knows my number. I mean, it's out there. I don't hide it, because he would call me up and say, "You're a fucking fascist," or whatever. And I'd say, "Hey, thanks for the call." Click, block.
Has he ever called?
No. He just goes on social media and sends me instant messages and goes on to YouTube and
Right.
calls me a fucking fascist. Sorry, Mom, for swearing on the show. I apologize, but I'm just quoting a horrible philosopher wannabe radio has-been talk show host.
Yeah. Oh well, so I'm gonna watch the rest of Hannity here, and
I'm going to be bringing this thing in for a landing. We've covered a lot. It's we're pushing 918. We've had great conversation. We've had over 100 text messages. Believe it or not, over 100.
Oh.
I get a report, and when I get 100, I get a trophy. Yay!
All right. Hey, I'll talk to you later.
Hey, be safe, my friend.
All right, bye.
Bye. Yeah, I don't want to give Dave's story up. I mean, but he's a good guy. He's a retired law enforcement guy. He lives in the city, and just he's a great guy. He served his country in the Navy. Served his country as a City of Erie cop. And Stan, you're welcome. Stan, if you want to call in, you're more than welcome. I know some people can do that, some people won't. And of course, I wanted to give you a prop because we are literally on third base running for home. And if you get a mail-in ballot, take your time, fill them out. No rush. Got plenty of time. And if there's in the committee areas, if you don't see a committee person in your location, there's no name listed, and you feel you got the right stuff, write yourself in. You can write yourself in. There's nothing illegal about it. It's legal. You can do a write-in campaign. Have your mom, your dad, your brother, sister, brother, cousins write you in also. All you need is 10. It's that simple, because you know why? Here, we got to do this.
Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
We are the people. Kid Rock says it best, but he's got a lot of potty mouth in there, and you got to be careful because I don't want too many F-bombs because I don't want Brian Shanks on there swearing and he's a big meanie. But man, this has been a great Wednesday night. It's been a fun Wednesday night. We've been going for an hour and 20 minutes. That's amazing. With no type of commercials, no type of blah, blah, blahs. What do you do as a committee person? Great question, Jody. You are actually part of the local Erie County Republican team. You come together, you formulate rules and regulations on how the local Republican Party works. They do have meetings. I've been to one of them and just shook my head because there is no Robert Rules of Order. It's just a whole Wild Wild West show. I am not an expert. I am not. All I know is I ran for council. I did a lot of studying on it. I became chairman 2 years, and you really needed to know what you're doing. And when you do a roll call vote, you don't say roll call vote and you grunt and you think you got a majority. That is not how it works. That is sloppy. It is not appropriate, and you shouldn't do it. Because if anything's ever challenged, who voted yes for this project? I didn't vote for it. Everybody should have a list of every member at the meeting and say, Shank, yes. Hunter, yes. Williams, yes. That's how it should be done. It takes an extra 30 seconds, but let's get it right, people. Let's tighten it up. And that's exactly what the problem is. And we need to fix these things. That's why I'm running for committee. Stan is running for committee up in Green Township. Great area. When I was a county councilman, that was my district. I never heard boo out of those folks because they take care of it. They had some issues about when they put the sewers through. County had nothing to do with that. But I went to their meetings. I listened to them. They were able to vent to their local official. And it was funny when when I would go like to Northeast, or I would go to Green Township or Summit Township supervisors meeting. They're like, "You're County Councilman Brian Shank?" I said, "Yeah." "What are you doing here?" Learning about my district." They're like, "Our predecessor never came to these." Sorry. Well, that's what happens when you hire a lazy Democrat, And let's talk about Kyle Faust for a quick minute. The crap that he's done, he should be in jail. He does a decent job as controller, but when he's on county time, he is on county time. He's out supporting the other Democrats. When Pretzel ran for office and announced at the courthouse, there was Sheriff Campanelli, Democrat, and Kyle Faust, Democrat, Erie County employees out there playing politics while they're supposed to be at work. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. If I would have been the sheriff and I was out there supporting a local candidate, you bet your backside I would have been on the 6 o'clock news saying, "Look at Shank, look at Sheriff Shank. He's out there doing politics on county time, the tax dollars. He's wasting your tax dollars." Democrats can do it. Nobody blinks an eye at it. That's why we need change in the Republican Party. That's why we need to take control of the Republican Party and bring this havoc and chaos to an end. It doesn't work. Nothing's getting done when you have committee members running around calling candidates rhinos. Those people need to be thrown out of there because they're not doing any good. You want to come there and pretend to be a Republican? You want to come in there and be a committee person? And look at me, I'm a committee person. But then you run around calling everybody and their brother rhinos and then threaten, "I'm just going to become an independent." Good. Get out. We don't need people like you. That's the problem that's drugged this party into the ground and why we are losing. Because of that mentality. Well, he's a rhino. No, he's somebody that disagrees with you. And here's the cold, hard facts, people. There's more Democrats in Erie County than Republicans. So guess what you have to do? You have to be able to stand in the middle of the road, pull a little bit of Democrat control of votes in, and pull in your Republicans. You know why? Because the Republicans will not get out and vote. 22% of you came out and voted on the last election. 22%. That's why we're losing. That's why we're getting our asses kicked. And that's why the Erie County Republican Party needs a facelift. It needs people that aren't afraid to stand up and fight what they believe into. And that's why we have those people in this room right now coming on here and we're talking about them. And if you're one of those people that want to be, but I didn't get on the ballot, you write yourself in. Get your ballot on election day. Get your write-in ballot. You put your name down and you throw your hat in the ring. You put up or you shut up. Because this 22% crap doesn't win elections, and it's not going to get President Trump reelected. It's not. Boys and girls, I'm not a mathematician, but I can tell you 22 is not 50. It's not 40. We have to do a better job. We, not me, not you, not Kim, not Brenda, not Stan, not Corey. We need to get out there and get everybody to vote. If your neighbor's elderly, go talk to them. Ask them for your help. And that's just to fill out a mail-in ballot and get them to vote. You want to win? And you want to win big? You want to send sniffy, creepy Joe Biden for a long walk off a short pier? It's around the corner. Light at the end of the tunnel. It's up to you. Not me. I can't do it. I can come on here and preach it every single Wednesday night. 22%. I won't mention someone's name. I consider a friend. She's like, I'm really don't like you calling us lazy. Okay? Not you personally. We. I never say me or I. I always try to say we, because we are a team. There's no I in team. There's one in Brian, but there's not one in team. Until the team does better, we're not going to win. And it's funny. I stole this from the old movie with Jimmy Stewart when he says, when you hear a bell ring, an angel gets their wings. Classic line, classic movie. Every time we call somebody a rhino, a Democrat gets a vote. It's that simple. That simple. You would rather not vote for Dan Laughlin because you don't agree with him, call him a rhino, and then give Jimmy communist, fascist, socialist Wirtz a vote? He hates you people. Read what he prints about you people. You should see what he tried to do to me over a Greg Hayes sign. He tried to get me thrown off the Board of Elections because I carried a Greg Hayes sign and I was on the Board of Elections. Screw you, Jimmy. It is called the First Amendment. While you're sitting down there in Edinburgh that's slowly dying a painful death and your paper is getting sued out of existence, you might want to read the Constitution. You're not as smart as you think you are. And the people of Erie County are wise to you. We've read your crap. We've read your hate, and it's payback time. And that crap you put on social media, oh, we need to be nicer to each other during election times. Why do we have to be so evil? Because you started it. You started the fire, and we're not here to put it out. We're here to get you kicked out. I'm just saying, people, this is why I sit here, get sweaty, irritated, because this stuff is so easy to do. We won't do it because we are lazy. And that's why some of my Republican friends are like, this is very nice to call us lazy. Well, you are. Trust the science. Trust the math. 22%. 22%. All I needed is 3% to 5%, and I would have sent Pretzel packing. And his Democrat, dirty, crappy PAC money from D.C. But what did we do? We did nothing. We did nothing. Brenda worked her ass off. Kim worked her ass off. Had a handful of people work their asses off. Wasn't enough. I spent a fortune on radio ads, my talk show. You guys couldn't do it. I didn't win. I didn't lose by much. 3 to 5% would have won that. So now we've got people motivated. We got Kim Hunter running for committee, Stan running for committee, Check, Mr. Check down there running for PA committee, because we care and we want to make a difference. We need to stop this flow of illegal immigrants across the border. They're not new Americans like Sniffy Joe says or Creepy Joe. They're here illegally. We're all immigrants. We all are, unless you're Native American. We're immigrants. But we came here legally. We assimilated. We learned the language. We became part of the community. Our ancestors worked their asses off to make this country great. Now, they have given us a huge thing to do. And what is that? Make America great again. That's simple. If the Democrats want to sneer at you, look down your nose because you're a mega person, you're goddamn right. I love this country. I took an oath. Dave took an oath to this country. We took an oath to the Constitution to support and defend her. No, where on that oath is there a date that says it is expired? Doesn't exist. I've looked. I was 17 when I took it. I forgot about it. I looked at that oath. No expiration date. None. Thank you, Steph. I appreciate that. So let's do this. It is now 9:32. I've been here for an hour and a half. You have been great, folks, to come in and listen to other people with the same views, the same philosophies, the same passion. But we have to fix this locally. We have to fix this on the state level and the big prize. And how do we do that? Real simple, boys and girls. Real simple. Get out and vote. Register. Get a mail-in ballot. Plug your nose and do this if you have to do it. But do it. If it hurts, I don't care. What's going to hurt more is when we lose control of all this. Did I miss a call? That was Dave's call, I think. Yeah, someone called. I don't know. I had the music turned down. I had my volume turned down. But if I missed your call, I apologize. We're going to say, get out and vote. Register. Vote, vote, vote. Oh, Kim's here. Thanks for coming by, Kim. Thanks for your call. We appreciate it. If you live in Green, vote for Stan. Go, when you get your ballots, mail-in ballots are coming in, boys and girls. I saw my mom and dad's the other day, and I said, hey, don't forget this guy at the bottom. They're like, really? Do I have to vote for him? I'm like, I'd really appreciate it, Mom. Of course, she was just joking, but, let's do this.
Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
All right, boys and girls, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. We're going to slide this thing in. We are tired. I had to work last night. I worked today, came home, had lovely dinner with my wife because I was hungry. I took a nap and then went up to Penn State Barron. Matt had his meet and greet. I hung up there with all the cool kids and then ran home. The wife had the studio up and running, all lit, ready to go. So here's our outro music. And I'm going to say thank you while we welcome to the jungle. Why do you think I picked this song? All right, everybody, thanks for coming out. It is Brian Shank, Boots on the Ground, live from the dining room. Get out and vote, man. Please, please, please. I beg you. I'll whatever you need. If you need a ride, you need a mail-in ballot, I will drive it to Timbuktu to get you that application. Kim will drive it to you. Brenda will drive it to you. Corey and his gang will get you a mail-in ballot. But yeah, thank you all for coming out. As we always say, we give you a salute. Remember, everybody deployed. It's not Friday, but I got red on. Thank you. Shank out.